Welcome to part 1 of our 10-part series on the best ERPs out there. I'm Devin Hennig with SelectHub, and we've analyzed hundreds of ERP solutions, tested dozens ourselves, and worked with companies across industries to help them find the right fit. In this episode, it's all about the best ERPs by company size. In other words, what are the best ERPs for small and mid-market businesses versus enterprises? Buckle up, there's a lot to cover. But before we dive in, this video is sponsored by several ERP leaders, including our title sponsor, DELMIAWorks, as well as Epicor, QT9, Genius ERP, and Suitemaster ERP. What a stellar group of platforms. You can learn more about each of them through the links in the description, and stick around to the end for more resources. All right, let's dive in. When it comes to ERP selection, company size is one of the strongest predictors of implementation success. Not because it dictates what features you'll need, but because it correlates with IT resources, budgets, compliance requirements, and the ability to manage system complexity. Let's go through small and mid-market scenarios versus enterprise. Best ERPs for small to mid-market organizations. Companies under 500 or even 1,000 employees often find themselves in the ERP squeeze. They're too complex for small business accounting systems, but they're not yet ready for the resource demands of a global ERP implementation. The best small and mid-market ERPs strike a balance. Deep enough to handle the complexities of manufacturing, distribution, or multi-entity accounting, but still manageable without a 50-person IT staff. Key requirements at this level include configurable workflows without requiring custom code, strong reporting and analytics that can be filtered by business unit, region, or product line, integration hooks with CRM, e-commerce, and supply chain tools, and importantly, deployment flexibility, cloud, hybrid, or on-prem depending on security and industry regulations. At this stage, cost of ownership is critical. Small and mid-market companies often lack the budget for extended consulting projects, so ERPs with pre-configured templates, vertical editions, and strong partner ecosystems tend to outperform. Here are several platforms consistently chosen by small and mid-market organizations. Note, these are listed alphabetically. You can see the platforms on the left with notable callouts on the right. I won't read through every single one because we have a lot more to cover, but I recommend taking a screenshot and returning to this list later, then setting up demos to see them in action. There are also links in the description where you can get a much more detailed breakdown feature by feature in the SelectHub platform, as well as compare analyst scores. So there you go, good ERP options for small and mid-market organizations. Before we move on, a quick shout out to our title sponsor, DELMIAWorks. If you're a repetitive or batch process manufacturer, whether you're make to stock or make to order, DELMIAWorks is designed with you in mind. They're an end-to-end ERP built specifically for SMBs and mid-market manufacturers who need help managing repetitive operations on the shop floor and full operational visibility without bolting together a dozen different systems. And here's the kicker. DELMIAWorks believes in choice. You can deploy on-premise or in the cloud, choose perpetual or subscription licensing, and work with either their direct teams or a robust partner network across North America and worldwide. Thanks to DELMIAWorks for supporting this series. Check them out in the description to see if it's the right fit for your business. Now, back to the show. Best ERPs for enterprise organizations. At the enterprise level, typically 1,000 employees and above, ERPs stop being just software and start functioning as global infrastructure. Enterprise-grade ERPs need to support multi-country operations with multi-currency, multi-language, and tax compliance, data governance and audit trails across business units, extensive customization for unique workflows, and deep integration with CRM, supply chain, HR, and data warehouse systems. Implementation cycles at this scale often take months or even years, with external consulting firms driving configuration. Most enterprises form ERP centers of excellence to internally manage ongoing governance. The biggest risk at the enterprise level isn't lack of features, it's organizational misalignment. Without strong governance, role-based permissions, and support for complex hierarchies, enterprise ERP rollouts can stall. Here are several platforms often chosen by large enterprises for their scalability, integration depth, and governance support. Again, screenshot this list and dive into the links for SelectHub's feature-by-feature comparisons. Our analysts have reviewed hundreds of ERPs in depth and ranked them with scores based on a myriad of factors, features, and use cases. So if you're in the market for a new ERP, you definitely don't want to miss these side-by-side comparisons. So there you have it, an overview of some of the best ERPs depending on your company size, from small and mid-market businesses to enterprise organizations. For more ERP resources, including pricing guides and SelectHub's database of feature comparisons, check out the links in the description. One more big thank you to the ERP sponsors who made this series possible, including our title sponsor, DELMIAWorks, as well as Epicor, Qt9, Genius ERP, and Suitemaster ERP. Each of these brings unique value depending on your industry, IT resources, and growth stage. Links are in the description. That's it, that's all. See you in the next episode. Cheers.